So I'm gonna tell you the truth about the gay life. Truth is, I've lived my life as a gay man for 14 going on 15 years. And the truth about the gay life is that there are a lot of broken down men here, wounded men, men who want to retaliate and exercise their demons on other men. You have a lot of men who claim that they love men and they love the life and that they were born this way. For one, the idea of being born this way, that's a lie that we've been sold as gay men, but that's coming later. Truth is, you're gonna meet a lot of wounded, broke down men who want to waste your time. All they want to do is waste your time as a testament to their ego. They want to see just how frustrated and angry you can get over them. And that gives them a false feeling of power, seeing you come undone. They love to see you cry. Oh my goodness. If you can cry over them, oh my goodness, they love it. It's their narcissistic supply. And many gay men are narcissistic. And I'm directing this video towards gay men because quite frankly, I'm seeing a trend where, especially in 2022, where gay men want to waste your time because they're so angry and annoyed, and so they want to transfer their frustration onto anybody. Gay men are the most miserable creatures you could ever meet. And it's really sad. You know, they try to hide it behind the pride parades and the voguing and the smiles and the drinks and the clubs and the bars and the balls. But to be honest, that's just a lie. It's all smoke and mirrors, all designed to really hide the fact that they are so miserable and sad and depressed inside. They are the most lonely creatures. Gay men are lonely. You want to know why they're lonely? They're lonely because they look for superficial things. They don't look for what matters, like a person's heart. No, it's about their dick size, their ass size, how big they could freaking, how much they could stretch their holes out, you know? And it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then they want to sit up there and say, oh, well, I don't know why I'm alone. I give you an example. I saw a successful gay man who I really liked, and I connected with his posts, and I also connected with his videos. I reached out to this man because he said something about how he was alone and he was sad and depressed and feeling bad. So I reached out to him. And did he bother to reach back? Of course not. No response, dude just MIA. Then he hits me up later saying, thanks. I'm giving you paragraphs and you're giving me thanks? Okay. So I realize that a lot of gay men, they are not ready for what they say that they want. They say they want a future with a family, children, a happy life. But you give them that, and let me tell you something, they'll just destroy it with this non-monogamous, polyamorous nonsense. That's nonsense. I don't care what nobody's talking about, because quite frankly, it's hard to love yourself, let alone many loves. I can't get with that. And I'm just to the point now where I'm just totally thinking about just leaving it all behind. I don't want it anymore. You know, I realize that, to be honest, I want love, I want a family, and I just don't see that happening within the gay community. And the reason being is because guys, they like their brokenness. They glorify being broken. They glorify it like it's this badge of honor to be a broke down mess. They suffer from arrested development. They never want to grow up, never want to take accountability or responsibility for their choices, for their actions. They just want to continue down this perpetual cycle of destruction. And after a while, you grow up. You grow up and you realize that you have got to think about the future. You've got to think about a real life. But that's the thing, they just stay in this perpetual cycle of childhood. They never want to grow up. It's Peter Pan syndrome. They want to stay little boys forever. And it's only when they face grave life circumstances like HIV, AIDS, or some kind of death, near-death experience, then they're ready to basically have this change of heart. You know, a lot of people are going to get angry with me for what I say next, but I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. At this point, who cares? I think the only way a gay man will settle down, let's be honest, is if he's fucked up, meaning he got some kind of diagnosis, or his dick stops working. That's the only time he want to settle down and be friends. The hell out of here. But when they're healthy, especially if a nigga got a big dick, if he got a big dick, a fat ass, honey, those are toys. Those are toys. And so he's going to want to go out there and show those toys off and have other boys play with them toys. Other boys play with them toys. He's going to always want that. And it's sad. It's sad because you can't find anybody faithful or decent. I know so many gay men lament not being able to find a healthy relationship. And yet and still, they're the problem. They're the ones who are standing in their own way. They never want to take accountability, though. It's always, you're doing this, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. How do you contribute to your own dysfunction? Tell me that. How do you self-sabotage? Show me the many ways in which you self-sabotage. But you ask these questions, and oftentimes you meet someone's ego. They get angry, they deny, they want to blame everybody. But okay. And there's myths. We've been sold, gay men, I'm going to tell you this right now. We have been sold a faulty bill of goods. We have been sold so many lies in terms of we are born this way. We're not born this way. There's no such thing as a gay gene, but they want you to think that because then you'll feel hopeless. Like it's hopeless to transform your lives. Oh, this is just ingrained in me. I can't do anything about it. So I guess this is my lot in life. Let me just accept this. No, that's a lie. We were not born this way. There is hope for us. And my thing is this, there's so many lies that we've been told, like this life is so cohesive and that you find a brotherhood of people that are good and loving and all that. And maybe that's worked for some people. Maybe other people, they found their tribe. I've been at this for, like I mentioned before, 14 to 15 years, going on 15 years. I haven't found anybody who's decent, truth be told. I found a bunch of guys who are messy, jealous, catty, who want to sit up there and exclude me from shit because basically I look this way, because I'm good looking. Let's be real. I know I'm good looking. Is that arrogant? No, that's confident. But of course, when you tell that to gay men, who you think you are, bitch, who you think you are, the cattiness, the evil, the evil. Nah, there comes a point where you're just like, you know something? I need people who I can grow with. I need people who I can be strong with, who I can be my full self with and express my full greatness without intimidating them or making them feel like invisible. And I don't do that intentionally, but like I said, it's their own low self-esteem. It's their own insecurities and feelings of inadequacy that make it seem as though, oh, you think you're all that. No, honey. I know that I'm all that. You're the one with the issue. But it's just getting to a point where, you can't find any decent gay men. You can't find any. And in 2022, they just want to waste your time. They take pleasure in it. You get on Grindr nowadays, and dudes will just give you the scenery. They will act it out like it's damn Broadway. They will act it out. They'll just say, oh, where's your address? Here's a pic. Here's my this. Here's my that. They will just give you the entire scenery before they either block you or just go ghost. And the thing about, I've learned this too, many of us come from homes without fathers. I know me personally, I'll bring it back to myself. Me personally, I didn't have a father growing up. I suffered from abandonment issues for the longest time. And I realized that when you get on the apps, all it does is just trigger those old wounds, trigger those abandonment issues as the men you want to connect with end up going ghost. And once again, that's daddy. That's daddy leaving. That's daddy not showing up for you. That's daddy giving you 1,000,001 excuses as to why he can't honor his commitments. That's daddy again, just once again walking out the door. And so once again, you find yourself re-traumatized, just re-wounded, having to now go into therapy to try to address what was going on. But to be honest, kindness, love, respect is the therapy that we need. But we don't give that to one another. We don't give that to one another. What we give to each other is destruction. We give disease semen. Disease come. We give ghosting. We give lies. We give deception. We give all this shit that just keeps on destroying us, just perpetuates this cycle of destruction. You know something? It's matter of fact, it was 1950 when a lot of gay men were in the closet and they were doing these destructive activities. Even the 70s, 80s, they were doing a lot of destructive activities, you know, and they did these things mainly because they were not getting love and acceptance from their families, right? They were not even getting it from their communities, so they started to feel as though they were less than human. This is a life that makes you feel less than human. These men make me feel less than human. I used to be a good man. I used to be a good man. I really did. And now I've become a monster. And I'll admit that. This life has turned me into a monster. Because now it's to the point where I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck about these niggas anymore. And that's not me. That's not me. That's not Lewis. And so I realize that when something's taking you so far away from the person that you know you are, when something's taking you so far away from your roots and your spiritual origins, and it's causing you to violate universal laws that only attract destructive karma your way, you have to reevaluate and say, wait a minute, there's something about this life that just ain't right. You know, I wrote something on my blog about this life being a poison well. The well is poisoned, and we as boys keep on drawing up the poison water, drinking it, poisoning ourselves, and then transmitting that poison onto other boys, and all we have is this cycle of poison. That's it. And it's just too much. It's too much going on out here. It's to the point where I can no longer deal with it. I refuse. Do you hear me? I refuse to continue on in this nonsense. It's ridiculous. And many people will ask, okay, so what are your plans? You know, you plan on being heterosexual? You plan on this? Quite frankly, I'm still trying to figure it all out, truth be told. But I know this. I cannot continue down this life because I'm not happy. I'm just spinning my wheels, getting nowhere, torturing myself, torturing the people that want to love me. I can't do it. Can't do it. And do I think heterosexuality is so much better? I think that it's different. I think that it has its unique challenges. But I also think that there's some pluses too. I know for a fact that there are so many women out there that are looking for good partners, looking for strong, solid men, so that way they can give them a future, a life, commitment. I don't know many gay men or even men in general who want to do the same thing. I don't know of any man who wants to love on me, who wants to give me a future, who wants to really commit to me and really be loyal and really just be honest. Sure, they want to play games. Sure, they want to attract me just so that way they can say, hey, I got someone that looks like him. Oh, I got this guy. I'm a status symbol. I'm a trophy. I mean, to them, I mean that they're worth something. If they can attract someone that looks like me, oh, I must be worth something then. Look what I can pull. And that's all it's about. Pulling niggas, pulling some trade, man. Psst, get the fuck out of here. Our entire life centers and revolves around our ability to pull sexy trade. Oh my goodness, I can't. And this is why I have to just bow out gracefully. Because after a while, you just get tired of the bullshit. And you're looking for something real. Like I said, being gay is fun in your 20s, but as you mature and you get older and you start to realize the game, being gay is just nothing but a fucking sad story. It's a tragedy. And I'll be the first to say that. And of course, there are people out there who will refuse to admit that and they'll live in denial because they've wasted so much of their time and their years, and they're trying to justify it with these falsehoods that they continue to live under. Well, that's you. You want to continue to live under a falsehood? You want to continue to invest in a life and spend more years in a life that's only leaving you emotionally hungry, angry, distraught, depressed, sad? You go right ahead. That's you. As for me, I don't want that no more. I don't want it. So right now, I'm just taking a chill pill. I'm doing me. I'm falling back from the life, from the activities. No more. I'm good. And just until I figure out what's the next step. Because quite frankly, this step right here, I can't do it no more. And a lot of gay men feel the same way, but they feel trapped. I get it. I know that feeling. You know, where do I go? If I'm not part of the life, if I'm not part of this community, where do I go to get my needs met? Where do I go? I just say this, you're not getting your needs met anyway, so you got to try something different. You're in the community, but the community's not in you. I was in the community, but the community was not in me. I was getting no love, and I'm still getting no love from this community. Sure, they'll like a pic, but will they be there when you're in your final hour, when you're in the hospital? Will they be there when you have surgery and you need someone to do your grocery shopping? Or will they be there when you have to move? Will they be there to help you lift the box? To help you organize your place? Will they be around? Or will they just give you an excuse and then invite you to the next soiree, the next club event? Because that's all this life is about. The pursuit of good times. But let me tell you something, life is more than just a drink special. Life is more than just popping and spinning and dipping and doing all this bullshit, twisting all around. Nah, life is more than that. I see so many gay men, they can vogue, but they can't hold a job. They can sit up there and work their dicks, but they can't keep no partner. They can't keep no man. So many gay men could sit up there and dress down to the nine, but their soul is looking homeless. Y'all gotta check yourselves, and y'all gotta check yourselves fast, because honestly, this right here, this life is nothing but a swirling eddy of despair. And so many of us are getting sucked in and swallowed up and then spit out. Where I live, I see so many gay men who are walking the streets like ghosts. All fucked up. Fucked up. They were once beauty queens. Walking around. You know, turning up their nose at all the other older ones. And that's another fucked up thing. That's the thing. Ageism. The moment that you get of a certain age, you're no longer useful to these men. So they want to turn you out to pasture. And by the age, I mean 30. By the time you're 30, you're considered ready for Medicare in the gay community. And it's just a travesty. And I just wish, to be honest, by some miracle and by some act of God, that I could be a straight man. And I could live the straight life. And what that means is having a future, a family. Does that mean that I'll be immune to games and to the game? No. But like I said earlier, I know a lot of good women. I know very few. I could count the number of good men on one hand. With women, I need both hands and feet. But like I said, I'm just tired. I'm tired. And so when you're tired, you got to find another way. Point blank. Peace, y'all.